r/DeadBedrooms. AtothH0L says, your move. My husband just linked me to this subreddit to once again guilt me for not opening up to him sexual low libido, even though we are on vacation with his parents and the kids. 3.5. Yo and 8 Malia, and our toddler and I are both sick and the 8 Malia is teething. I provide 90% of the care for our kids, and I don't realo libido or have a life outside of them besides a part-time job which I'm also guilted for spending time at, although it has supported us through my husband's frivolous spending which has sunk us 3x in the past. We are down $30k right now, which came as a surprise to me this January when he fessed up. And I ended up bailing us out with a loan I backed with my savings. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm supposed to feel guilty for not being sexual with him, even though I've told him hundreds of times that I need friendship and intimacy in order to feel aroused, yet he hasn't made any attempts to spend any time with me outside of trying to bone every once in a while. When we talk, 99% of our conversations are about the kids and planning for the week and what we are going to eat. He spends the majority of his free time on Magic the Gathering, the app, and in-person gatherings once every 2 weeks, and now that it is summer, he will libido likely squeeze in quite a few golf games, which leaves me responsible for childcare again. I find myself mothering him often as well libido. He doesn't retain anything I tell libido him, and I have to repeat myself over and over again every day for him to retain any information, thus making me feel like I'm a nagging mother and he is my adolescent son. I often find myself giving him suggestions on how to be a better friend to me. For instance, while traveling I asked him a question about concerts he's been to, and at the end of the conversation, I suggested that he could have asked me about some of the concerts I've been to as well libido, something I feel like should come natural libido if he cared about learning more about me. I love having fun, goofing off and letting loose, but I feel like I had to give up a lot of that to do his share of adulting for him. I'm not against having an intimate relationship with him, but I feel like I'm already stretched so thin from taking care of the kids and taking over libido of our financials recently. I'm touched out from being physical with our kids libido day, and when they go to bed, I enjoy having autonomy and space after a long day of worrying about keeping other people happy and safe. I think a lot of it boils down to him being self-centered and not being mindful of my needs and only of his. I think if the relationship were more balanced, we could go back to how we were before our kids came along, but for now, we are in this rut, and I honestly do not feel like I can budge. At this point, his advances feel a little predatory, which is realo libido. It's sad, because we used to have so much fun. Vixen 112,000 says, from the frivolous spending endangering a family with 2 children, to the pushiness for 6, when he entirely dismisses valid points like, hey, when our only interactions as a couple libido day are you trying to frick me? It's very alienating and not intimate. I can absolutely understand why you'd be losing your attraction. And with 2 little kids that age, one of which teething, and little to no help with any responsibilities, and with household management, no wonder you'd be tapped out more generalo libido. It sounds like he's not being a good partner to you, and whether he puts rose petals on the bed, or gives himself abs, or initiates with the sexiest pickup line, for a lot of people a bad partner is just fundamental libido sexual libido unappealing. I'm truly sorry that he's not just failing to connect with you, but unwillow libidoing to have any marriage counsel libidoing or anything like that too. You're in a very rough place, friend. Peas. This post is an example of why I'm very wary of heavily bashing absent low libidos, and especially low libido generalizing. This is not the first time the partner of someone from here has popped by and given their side of the story, and it has been yikes. Of course this is a support group and we are going to be supportive and validating and kind when someone comes to vent their pain, but without knowing the other side of the story, it's wise not to help low libidoinize the supposed low libido further and further convince whoever is posting that they are definitely 100% perfect and right and their partner must be 100%. Vile and wrong. Couples take 2. Couple problems usual low libido take 2 as well low libido, with some exceptions, of course. Bastadries says, I know this is titled, Your Move, which suggests you hope he reads it, but what would happen if you simply showed this to him in response to him sending you here? It's a clear-cut concise list of things that are kilo libidoing your desire. It's information he needs in order to help your low libido change. Midlife Crisis AJM says, sounds like hubby is a big kid, and I'm not surprised you're indifferent. Q. Does he have undiagnosed ADHD? Impulse spending, difficulty adulting are possible indicators. Mendizable 1 says, he's probably here whining. A classic. Blue Lagoon on Moon says, why did you marry and got pregnant 3 times from him? It reads as he is a selfish man-child. What are his benefits? He is not even getting it done money-wise. Not good at anything when it comes to being a husband-dad. r/DeadBedrooms. Beneficial _drop 209 says, I wish I was enough for you. That's what she says when I'm not happy. Don't touch me. Don't wear anything I enjoy. Don't kiss me with any passion. Don't give me foreplay. Don't look at me. Don't send me anything erotic. Don't do anything that isn't 100% on your terms. Don't initiate. I wish I was enough for you. Most of us know by age 10 that wishing doesn't do anything. Why don't you start trying? Unique _triad says, I can relate to this as the wife in the situation. There are so many variables that can be contributing to her feeling that way. More than likely much of it is with herself. A lack of self-confidence, self-desire, knowledge in how she wants to be pleased, etc. For me, I needed the spark in myself in those areas to even start to want him in the ways he wanted. We still libido aren't feel libido aligned, because I find what he wants to be unreasonable most often. However, we are better than we were. Cadence 003 says, any kids? If not, maybe time to leave. Unhappy _natural _3101 says, honestly, you need to tell libido her this. Politely ask her to stop talking about the problem and start looking for solutions. Not Sierrita Low Libido 20 says, what was the statement in response to? Angel Warrior 911 says, if your wife genuinely desires for things to be better but doesn't know what to do, have you considered going to marriage counseling? If you can't figure things out on your own, having an objective third party can sometimes help get to the root of the issues. Life is not for 123 says, maybe her desire is locked and she doesn't know how to unlock it. r/DeadBedrooms. Regular Lab 1342 says, what should I tell libido my partner? This is going to be long, so I'll libido to long, didn't read, at the end. So I, 25 female high libido, have been in a dead bedroom for 3 years now, been dating for 5 after another 5 years of friendships. I realo libido love him, and he loves me back. Besides of sex, our relationship is perfect. He cares about me and is always trying to spend quality time together. He is also very affectionate, like hugs, kiss, physical contact in general. Touchy is the word? I'm not native, sorry, but doesn't seem interested in sex at allo libido. He is not ace. I had tried almost everything in order to fix our dead bedroom, nothing worked. He is also realo libido bad at communication, so he struggles a lot trying to explain himself. Not only with me, but with families and friends too. The thing is, at one point on our relationship I just decided not to try to fix our BD anymore. I thought I would get accustomed to it, thinking that he was just low libido and that nothing could be done. that we loves each other and I would get used to no having sex, but I couldn't. So at that point, I reach this conclusion. Either we find a way to fix our BD or well libido have to break up. I'm demisexual, so an open relationship is out of the question. Besides, is not sex itself what I miss? I miss the feeling of being desired. Right now I don't think it is impossible to fix our BD. It took me years to understand what some of our problems is. As I said, he is utterly bad at communication, but I kind of have a little tiny ray of hope. The reason I'm seeking advice is because I have been feeling depressed for the current situation. There are days that even get out of bed in the morning is hard. He knows something is wrong cause well libido, it is quite obvious. I try to pretend that I'm fine, but it doesn't seem true when my voice broke every time he asks me what's happened. So he knows I'm not doing good, but he doesn't know the reasons. He asked me several times what was the problem, but I couldn't tell libido him. How I'm going to tell libido him that I'm sad cause I don't want to break up, but I can't cope with a sexless relationship? I don't think he knows that lack of sex is the whole problem. He seemed shocked on our last sex talk when I told him what sex means to me and how unwanted and undesired I feel. Before that sex talk he has promised me several times that he would try to initiate more and be more sexual, but I couldn't really libido see any effort for his part, so I directly asked Dan. Well libido, it looks like that he only care about our dead bedroom when I reach the topic, then forgets the moment we finish. He clearly didn't know how hurtful it was for me. The point is, he want to know why I'm always sad, obviously, but I don't know if libidoing him the truth would make the situation worse. What should I libido him? What could I do, apart from breaking up? Too long. Didn't read. I have been feeling real libido sad due to I can't cope with a sexless relationship, but I don't want to break up. My partner want to know what's happens, but I don't know what to tell libido him. Mystery Lurker 47 says, you explained your feelings very clearly here. You even managed to do that without seeming angry or blaming. What is holding you back from just showing your partner this post? That's all libido for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.